How critical is this night for Joe Biden, Robert? Good evening.
Oh, it's everything. If Biden doesn't keep the firewall that he promised, and he did, and Joe's a friend of mine from years. I was at his announcement for Senate at his house when he first ran for Senate. So, but it's everything to him.
Why is it going so badly for him?
Well, I'm not sure it will. Clyburn's endorsing him. That's probably going to be worth about 10 points. He could have a surge. There is a track. I would give him a 1-4 now. It used to be like maybe he was even odds on. But there's a track, and if he does extremely well in the South Carolina primary, he could roll over to Super Tuesday, and he could pick up the mess that Bloomberg created for himself. If Bloomberg has another debate like he had last time, or even close to it, he's dead meat. If he comes on with some substantive aggressiveness this time and has any sharpness instead of being the deer in the headlights and saying hit me harder, then maybe Bloomberg can come on. I don't know that any of the other candidates really have a track.
Do you know, I stayed up to watch that last debate just to see how Michael Bloomberg would fare. You know, this is a guy who was a politician at a high level for a long time and has so much money he doesn't know what to do with it, and clearly hasn't spent any of it on a team to help him prep for debates, because he was dreadful.
Well, he does know what to do with his money. He's very supportive of Democratic candidates. He's very supportive on the gun issue. He's very supportive on the climate change issue. He has done some great things, and I've got a nice picture with him, on my wall when he came to the National Press Club, where I'm an active member, and he spoke, because I worked for his predecessor, Ed Koch, when Koch was in Congress before he was mayor. So I do like Bloomberg, but boy, is he terrible at debates, and everybody knew it going in, and it's amazing that he didn't prep himself.
Quite. And what about Bernie Sanders? Everybody focusing on how good his run has been thus far. Do you think he can keep it up?
He is so clear, so substantive, so straightforward. People care about that, the clarity, the honesty, the candor. They care about that more than they care about the specifics on the issues.
Yeah.
That's always been the case, and that's Bernie's strength. And Trump really better not be careful, because he's wishing for Bernie. But, Bernie is actually right there with Bloomberg until Bloomberg stumbles. We don't know what Bloomberg's polling is going to show after that stumble. But in terms of how much he beats Trump by, and it was like 6 to 8 points that Bernie beats Trump.
Yeah.
So everybody, it was like Trump. Everybody said, oh, he's going to be easy, it's going to be simple, and he's going to be terrible. And he won the damn thing, but because of Comey, of course, coming in at the end and giving independents an excuse to vote against Hillary.
That's one view.
But nonetheless, Trump won, and he beat all 17 other opponents in the primaries.
Do you think then? I mean, there's no suggestion that Sanders is going to win South Carolina. It seems to like it's.
There's a real possibility. The polling that I looked at, which nobody's paid attention to, is the pre-debate polling. Showed that Biden was well up, and the post-debate polling showed that Bernie and Biden were tied. If you're looking at trending, there's a very real possibility of an upset here.
It's interesting, isn't it? And just finally on this, on how personal it has got now between the candidates, how damaging do you think this could be for the Democrats once they make their decision on who should run? Because
that's something that always happens. Everybody says, they killed themselves. Right. They've nitpicked each other. They gave the other side the arguments for the general election. That's actually true all the time, and actually the party comes together. It will this time, too. Everybody is so desirous of not Trump. That's the number one issue in all the exit polls. Healthcare is second, but that's not Trump, that they will come together around beating him, because nobody wants a guy who has some inexplicable link to Russia, having paid his 5 bankruptcies, and God knows what happened in that hotel room for the compromise. Nobody knows what really is the deal with Trump and Russia. And he disses every group on the planet other than somebody that looks like him.
Okay, we'll give you a free hit. Robert, thank you.